We're talking about titles that break the internet the moment they're whispered, mixing the confirmed with the wish fulfillment. This script is designed to capture the excitement of a diehard fan, touching on the cultural significance of these properties and delivering the pure, uncut hype that your audience craves. Get ready to copy and paste, because this is the comprehensive, explosive rumor mill breakdown that will set the entire animation and comic book fan base on fire, making your next poster drop an absolute phenomenon. It's all about creating that unmissable, can't-look-away buzz for the most iconic animated and comic-adjacent franchises in history, starting with the immediate future and moving into the legendary speculation territory for the coming years. The first major wave of colossal animated sequels and reboots starts hitting us hard in the year 2026, a year that feels tailor-made to deliver on decades of fan anticipation and pent-up sequel energy. Leading the charge is the title that will undoubtedly define the conversation for Pixar: Toy Story 5. Think about the cultural weight of this franchise. It's the bedrock of modern animated storytelling, and the idea of Woody and Buzz returning again sends shivers down the spines of fans who grew up with them. The rumors swirling around this production are intense, suggesting a return to a core theme that was subtly introduced in the later films: the nature of consciousness, and what it truly means to be loved and forgotten in an increasingly digital world, which would lean perfectly into that technology as villain theme that's been hinted at. There are unconfirmed whispers that a major original character who was previously sidelined might take on a villainous role, corrupted by modern obsolescence. And if that rumor holds any water, it would be an emotionally devastating and narratively brilliant move that would completely subvert fan expectations. Then we pivot to DreamWorks, a studio ready to recapture that early 2000s magic with Shrek 5, a film that carries the burden of not just living up to a beloved quartet of movies, but also reclaiming the anti-fairy tale crown in a world saturated with princess stories. The hype here is built on nostalgia, but the underlying rumor is a soft reboot, bringing in a new generation of Fiona and Shrek's kids as the main protagonists, allowing the original trio to serve as wise and slightly less gross mentors. Imagine the possibility of seeing the children of Donkey and Dragon interacting with the children of Shrek and Fiona. The comedic potential is absolutely boundless, and the internet buzz is already astronomical, just on the mere idea of seeing the Swamp Family dynamic updated for a modern audience. These two titles alone, the sentimental champion and the irreverent icon, ensure that 2026 is going to be an absolutely massive year for animated cinema, solidifying the idea that these long-running franchises still have incredibly potent stories left to tell, provided the studios handle them with the reverence and daring they deserve. Moving into the rumored blockbusters of 2027, the speculation machine goes into overdrive, largely dominated by the monolithic might of Disney and its wholly owned, fan service delivering machine, Marvel Studios. Imagine the poster drop for Frozen 3, a confirmed sequel that will challenge the cultural domination of the original films. The expectation is that the narrative scope must expand far beyond Arendelle, possibly introducing entirely new elemental magic systems, or even exploring the fate of the other lost spirits in the Enchanted Forest, which would be a brilliant way to introduce a fresh, expansive world without undercutting the beloved core characters. The most persistent fan theory, the one that generates the most clicks, is that Elsa will finally have to confront another individual with powers equal to or greater than her own, forcing her to not only master her own abilities, but also learn how to cooperate with a true equal, or even a terrifying opposite. This would be a perfect evolution for her character arc contrast that with the pure, unadulterated comic book hype for Spider-Man. Brand new day, the Marvel Studios animated entry that the internet has been screaming for since the last multiverse adventure wrapped up. The chatter around this animated feature isn't just about a sequel, it's about a continuity corrector. potentially bringing back an exiled or forgotten iteration of the web-slinger from a different corner of the Marvel canon. We're hearing whispers about an animated noir-style film that explores a grittier, street-level Spider-Man story, completely separate from the main cinematic universe, but retaining the emotional core that makes the character so resonant. The fans are convinced this will be the introduction of a major comic book villain who has yet to be seen on screen in a truly compelling way. The combination of a highly anticipated sequel to a beloved princess saga and a completely fresh, yet fan-demanded, animated superhero story creates an unstoppable wave of anticipation, demonstrating how Disney and its various subsidiaries are masterfully leveraging both the legacy of their animation catalog and the eternal thirst for new Marvel stories to command the box office and the social media conversation for years to come. As we look further out, particularly at the hypothetical but fiercely desired projects of 2028 and beyond, the discussion shifts from confirmed schedules to pure fan fantasy. And this is where the Nerd Flame channel can really soar with fake poster potential. The most talked about, yet unconfirmed, project from Illumination has to be Minions 3, which, despite any critical aversion, is a global box office beast that seems inevitable. The fan anticipation here is not just for more adorable chaos, but for a true, deep dive into Gru's past, perhaps even a prequel that reveals the origin of the Minions' unique language and unwavering loyalty, an event that fans have been trying to piece together from Easter eggs for years. Rumors suggest a full-scale time travel adventure that accidentally puts the Minions at the center of a major historical event, forcing Gru to clean up their mess across different centuries. The sheer visual and comedic scope of that is mind-boggling and ripe for your posters. On the DreamWorks side, the project that fans are practically demanding is How to Train Your Dragon. The Dragon Riders, a potential sequel that moves beyond the immediate Hiccup and Astrid family and explores the discovery of an entirely new, hidden world of dragons, necessitating a global team of writers to maintain the peace. The speculation is intense, focusing on which classic mythological dragons might finally be introduced into the canon, breaking the established lore and pushing the boundaries of the gorgeous animation the studio is known for. Imagine the poster, a silhouette of a completely new, colossal dragon that makes Toothless look small. These titles, some confirmed and some purely aspirational fan service, highlight the power of these studios to generate hype merely through their brand names and the core concept of a beloved character returning. The complex, deep discussions in the fan forums about how these stories should be handled, from the Minions' linguistic roots to the expansion of the Burkean world, only prove that animation is now a cultural force that rivals any live-action blockbuster. In conclusion, the next few years represent an absolute gold rush for the animated film landscape, blending established sequels like Toy Story 5 and the inevitable Minions 3 with the tantalizing, internet-breaking possibilities of projects like Frozen 3 and the highly rumored How to Train Your Dragon. The Dragon Riders. We are entering an era where studios are not just resting on the laurels of their animated classics, but actively pushing their narratives into new, exciting, and sometimes totally unexpected territory, giving fans exactly what they crave, while still maintaining the emotional integrity of these iconic characters. From the deep, sentimental journeys of Pixar to the explosive, comedic antics of Illumination and the sweeping fantasy of DreamWorks, the hype train is moving at full speed. And the only question is which of these massive titles will ultimately prove to be the biggest phenomenon. It is a cinematic timeline overloaded with sequels, reboots, and the kind of high-stakes world-building that is set to dominate the global conversation, ensuring that the Nerd Flame community will have endless fuel for discussion and speculation for years to come. Hey nerds! Don't forget to hit that subscribe button right now and ring the notification bell so you don't miss the moment I drop the exclusive fake posters for these incredible upcoming animated blockbusters. Which of these sequels are you already putting money on? Let me know in the comments below.
I didn't know this was even possible. I learned how to make money online. The link is right below in the first pinned comment.